Jacqui-Lee Pryce for Shadowboxruk UK. I'm here with Mr. Lee Eaton. We're in London at the press conference for Cameron Whittaker 2.
100%, that's what the fight is, Cameron Whittaker.
Listen, this is huge. Everyone asked and it was answered. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Was that really hard to get over the line?
Yeah, listen, it's been a good little few months. There's been lots of backwards and forths on social media. We, as a team, we did everything we had to do to highlight it, highlight what happened in Riyadh, and everything like that. It made the public want this fight as much as we did. Liam's had plenty of other offers, even offers that are probably easier, and that, but Liam held out. Liam wanted this fight. Liam instructed me to make this fight. As his manager, that's what I did. I've got the fight made, and we got there in the end. Lots of backwards and forwards with Benji, Shalom, and that. But listen, we got there in the end. Thanks, obviously, a massive thanks to our promoter, George Warren at Queensbury, who helped get obviously everything sorted and stuff like that. So yeah, it's done now. It's done, and we're ready to go. April 20th, Liam is ready to go in now and show what would have happened in the first place.
So let's take it back to what day was it? It was last year anyway,
12th.
October 2024.
Yeah.
That fateful night. In your opinion, what do you think happened?
Ben Whittaker quit. Listen, I've said it many a times. I'm not going to go back on my word now because the fight's made. I'm not trying to sell the fight. That's what I truly believe. If you have a look, you slow down on the footage. I've looked at the footage many a times. I mean, like, I've got it on my phone. Everyone sent it to me. Listen, when he's laying down on the floor, the referee says to him, "Do you want to continue?" He shakes his head and says, "No." He quit. Like, if he was injured, no worries. But, like, I'm not being beaten around the bush or anything. He quit. So, like, that's it. Yeah, that's simple as that. Listen, he might not think he did. He might, if he was, then we didn't get no injury reports. We didn't get nobody, oh, yeah, I was injured. At first it was the neck. Then it was, I don't know, I fucking neck, back, pussy, whatever. I don't know. Fuck knows. But listen, whatever happens, it happened. But listen, that's all in the past now. We're here. April 20th. It's time for Liam Cameron to show what he's about and have a full camp. And pray to God, have a great camp. Last time we had a great camp. Broken nose, not sparring, and stuff like that. Only had 6-7 weeks. So now he's going to have a full camp and he's ready to go.
Can I ask? Can you go over there? 'Cause it's really annoying me. We've just had a little move because of the sound and stuff. So, listen, there has been a lot of talk about this fight, and one of the most amazing things about it is this kind of resurgence of Liam Cameron's career.
Yeah.
Ben alluded to the fact that there was a before Ben Whittaker and after Ben Whittaker. But talk to me about just how Liam's career has changed, not just from in terms of boxing, but from where he was to come back from, alcoholism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Listen, when I first took on Liam in 2023, he was just getting back into the gym. Grant Smith said to me, "Look, I've got a fighter I want you to manage." And I said, "Who?" He said, "Liam Cameron." I was like, "Okay, no worries. Listen, Grant, he's with you. We're a team. I'll help him. No problems." Listen, I've done my digging into the story, and listen, do you know what? And it's like it was unfair what happened to him. So, and then obviously we had our first fight back, and I thought, oh fuck, what we got here? Do you know what I mean? He was absolutely terrible. But listen, then he come back with a couple of first round knockouts. I thought, oh, here we go. He's back. Then we had the Lyndon Arthur fight. And he done really well. Split decision loss. A lot of people thought he won. A lot of people thought he did lose. thought it was very close. And then obviously we got the call for this. And for someone like Liam to get the call for that fight, I thought it was unbelievable. And when I rang him and told him about it, there was no emotion. He ain't got no emotion. He doesn't like what he's been through in life. He's been at the bottom. He's been right at the bottom, rock bottom. And people like Ben, have never experienced anything what he's experienced. So on fight week, when they was taking the piss out of him and stuff like that, it's a liberty. Simple as that. It's a liberty. And then what obviously happened happened. But to go from where he's been in life, practically on his deathbed, losing his daughter-in-law, being a complete alcoholic and freaking on drugs and everything like that, and to come back from that to lose like 50 odd kilo, 60 odd kilo, is phenomenal. It just shows you what a person he is. And you know what? He is literally the nicest person in the world. He don't ever want to talk bad about Ben. Like, sometimes you got to G him up to get it, but he just wants to fight and he just wants to secure his family. And
you can't hate him for that, though, can you?
And listen, you got to love him for that. And the thing as well, that to from where he's been and what he's not even touched any of his fucking purses. He doesn't need to, because he just lives a simple life. When he went and got a bit of internet, he went and got broadband. He was over the moon. Loads of people have helped him since, and he's got a few sponsors and stuff like that. It's phenomenal. It's nice to see, and it's one of my success stories as a manager, to see how his life's changed, and now he can live a more blessed life.
When you talk about, you as and obviously you're a very well-known manager, and you've managed so many fighters, but is this kind of up there with the kind of success story? Not so much with the fact that he's got this fight with Ben, but the fact that he came from where he came from.
Listen,
it's all the things, dreams. Yeah.
And now he's in big fights. He's on big shows. He's got a bit of money in the bank. He's happy and he's living the life. This is probably one of my best success stories. I've had anything from area champions up to world champions, unified champions, Ring Magazine champion. But this is up there, literally top 3, one of the best moments of my managerial career. And it ain't even finished. We're just getting started. He goes and beats Ben, which I believe he does, then the world's his oyster.
What I think is quite amazing about that story is, for him to come back. Where was the turning point? I mean, did you know him when he was addicted, and where was that turning point? Though?
No, I didn't. To be honest, the turning point, I think, is when what he said to me is when he nearly died in the back of an ambulance. And he said, "I don't want to do this no more." So he went and just started running. Him and his with Hassan over there, who's been through everything with him, and he just started running every day. And then the weight started coming. And then he went back in the boxing gym, and then he realised, look, I'm going to go and have it. No one expected this. Look, me, Pierce, Grant Smith, any of us expected him to do as well as he's done since he's been back. But that's just a testament to himself.
Do you think that he gets... I'm seeing, obviously, the public, he's, really warm to him. They love this guy. But do you think that some of the people in the industry haven't quite given him that level of respect from seeing where he's come from? I think there was a mention of, going back to where he kind of came from, enjoy the moment, that kind of thing. Do you think people are still underestimating him?
Underestimating him, probably. But listen, he's shown what he can do. He's had a split decision loss with Lyndon Arthur, who's fighting Anthony Yard. Who's a former world champion, IBO world champion, fought for the WBA world title as well. Split decision loss. And then obviously he fought Ben Whittaker, and everyone thought he won, till obviously the WWE moves come out. But listen, it's a testament to him as a person. And you know what, I'm blessed to be able to work with him, and I thank him for letting me work with him and being a part of the team. And I believe we're going to do some big things together.
Do you think he now believes in himself? It feels
100%.
like in the beginning, when all this sort of stuff started happening, he was a bit kind of shell-shocked and a bit like, oh gosh, it felt like he didn't feel like he deserved it. Do you think he now feels, I truly deserve this?
I think so. I think he does believe in himself, and he knows that he's going to go and do some. He knows he's got to go give it his all in this, and he will do. But there's no pressure on him. No, there's no pressure at all. Listen, everyone's expecting him to lose again, We're not again, but like they did in the first fight. But he's just going to go in there, enjoy himself, throw some right hands, and see how it goes.
How do you see this fight going?
Do you know what? Listen, I've said about Ben quitting in the first fight there. I've got to give testament to Ben. Ben Whittaker has massive balls. And I respect him massively for taking this fight.
What do you think that he could have? I know he said that he had lots of other opportunities,
he did.
But do you
100% he could have swerved this.
And that's what I'm saying.
Without foul, he could have swerved this.
But do you honestly think he could have? Those critics, his own
100%.
critic, would have been on his shoulder, would it not?
Even people from Boxer, I know people that advised him not to take this fight. But he said he wanted this fight.
Yeah.
So fair play to Ben Whittaker. He's a fantastic fighter. Olympics bronze medalist. He ain't no idiot. And he can fight. Yeah, silver, sorry, silver medalist.
Why are you trying to be disrespectful now?
My apologies, silver. I remember that now because he got the up because it weren't gold. Yeah. No, so fair play to him. Like, he's an unbelievable fighter. But I just believe that Liam Cameron has his number, and April 20th, you're going to see that. But listen, if you don't, I'll shake Ben Whittaker's hand and I'll be a supporter of him. I'm like I was before. But listen, I don't like all that flashy shit, but that's just him as a person. I don't like him eating on the stage and all that today. I think that's just to help his nerves. But listen, everyone copes in their own ways. But listen, Ben Whittaker's a nice kid. He ain't a horrible person. He might come across a wanker on social media and stuff like that, but listen, he's not a bad bloke. And listen, after this fight, I wish him all the well. But listen, April 20th is all about Liam Cameron.
It's all about your man. Listen, I think it does take two people to tango. Definitely. I am so happy. Thank you for getting this over the line, because I am telling you, this is one that we've all been begging for.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks
very much for giving us your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.